Meanwhile, the Chilean capital of Santiago has now been engulfed in chaos as protests sparked by a hike in metro prices have turned violent. And Chilean President Sebastián Piñera has now announced a reversal of the public transport fare hikes, which had kicked off the widespread protests. And this comes less than a day after he declared a state of emergency amidst rioting and a suspension of subway service in the capital.
Vamos a suspender el alza de los pasajes del metro, lo que requerirá la aprobación de una ley que debe ser muy urgente, hasta que logremos un acuerdo que nos permita proteger mejor a nuestros compatriotas frente a alzas bruscas e inesperadas en el precio del dólar.
And soldiers also patrolled the streets in Santiago for the first time since the military dictatorship of General Augusto Pinochet as the unrest continued. The buses went up in flames and soldiers in armored vehicles confronted the demonstrators. And also earlier protesters, many of whom are said to be high school and university students, clashed with the riot police in several parts of the city over the metro fare hikes. The protesters also set fire to numerous public buildings and government offices and blocked traffic across the city, causing trouble for thousands of commuters. This also saw the subway system shutting down after attacks were launched on several stations. Almost about 200 incidents were reported on Santiago's subway system in the previous 11 days. With school children and students forcing gates and also jumping barriers in protest. But also it's been reported that nearly about 300 people have been arrested by the police and about 156 police personnel were also injured in the violent protests. And amidst the protest, the Santiago office of multinational utility company Enel also reportedly caught fire. The firefighters battled the blaze, which tore through the emergency staircases on the building's facade. And frustration over the high cost of living in the Chilean capital city boiled over after the government announced the hikes on the 6th of October. Now, the hike was almost as much as about $1.17 for a peak metro ride, which was being blamed on higher energy costs.